All right, welcome back to the YouTube.com/Sunset Flip show, and I'm going to be giving the results from Raw tonight, as well as results from afterwards when Raw went off the air, along with the superstars. They had 3 matches. It's going to be real quick. They didn't give much. Of course, they did the taping before Raw. The superstars matches are R-Truth defeating William Regal. Before the match, Regal actually rapped, and it was hilarious. R-Truth defeated William Regal. Goldust and Gail Kim mixed tag versus Primo and Jillian Hall. Goldust got the pin on Primo. And according to that, that's the only 2 matches that they gave on the show for superstars. Okay, on with the rest of the. Goldust got the pin on Primo for that match. Okay, Raw starts off with Nexus in the ring. They got Barrett says it's fitting that they are in Washington D.C. and he says that they have single-handedly destroyed the Undertaker. Otunga says that they should put the rumors of their weakness to rest. And Tarver says if anyone could do what they did, that they would sit back and savor that moment, but not them. They finished the night by taking out 5 of the top WWE superstars. Slater says what happened next is he pinned the WWE champion and repeats himself again for the people in the cheap seats that could not hear him. Gabriel tells him to calm down. He did something more impressive than that. He delivered his finishing move to Undertaker and John Cena in the same night. And not many people can say that in their career that they've ever did. Gabriel says every time he hit Cena with a 450 splash, it gets better. And Cena can see him, crushing him over and over. Barrett says he devenomized the Viper by pinning Randy Orton, and that's just a taste to come when he wins the title at Night of Champions. He says it will be historic and groundbreaking, and it will be. He gets interrupted by Orton. Orton says he took out 2 of them in less than 30 seconds. And they didn't need footage for that because he will just do it again. Orton says it didn't matter who he pinned, but he will make it his business to hit Barrett with an RKO. Barrett says that sounds real tough, but maybe he should come and try to hit him with it right now. Cole interrupts with an email. GM says it was a historic night for Nexus as a unit, but excuse me, catching my breath. But tonight we will see how they do alone. Gabriel will face Cena tonight, and in addition, Orton faces Barrett. And to ensure fairness of the match, Nexus is banned from ringside tonight. Okay. Next part has Chris Jericho coming out for a match, and his entrance gets interrupted by a GM email. Cole says Jericho and Edge will seek consequences for their actions from last week's main event when they got intentionally counted out and disqualified. If they don't win their matches tonight, they will be removed from the 6-pack challenge at Night of Champions. Jericho flips out and tells Cole to tell him who the GM is, and Cole introduces John Morrison as his next opponent instead. Match is up right now, and Jericho attacks before the bell, then throws him into the ring ropes, but Morrison gets a quick roll-up for a 2 count. Jericho with a forearm shot and throws Morrison over the top to the outside, then screams to Cole to tell him who the GM is. He goes after Morrison on the outside. They go to commercial break. They return. Jericho has Morrison in a headlock, hits a side suplex and a knee to the ribs. Morrison floats out of another suplex attempt and hits a backbreaker for 2. He kicks Jericho, then pins out of the walls of Jericho attempt, but Jericho knocks him down and tries a lion salt. Morrison moves and hits a flash kick, then holds up the ropes to block a code breaker. Actually holds on to the ropes and to block the code breaker. Jericho hits an enziguri and slams Morrison head into the mat and screams at him in the corner. Morrison avoids the shoulder by Jericho and goes up top, misses Starship Pain, and Jericho locks in the walls of Jericho in the middle of the ring. Morrison fights towards the ropes, and Jericho argues with the ref after breaking the hold. Jericho puts Morrison up to the top turnbuckle, but gets shoved off, and Morrison hits Starship Pain for the win, but that's not the normal Starship Pain because he was outside the ring when he did a springboard move to the ring ropes. Winner John Morrison. Therefore, Jericho is pulled from the six-pack challenge, and he's basically, his contract ends before the actual pay-per-view anyways. Thus, I bet they're going to just put him to rest that way. Jericho slowly is up and is upset and just what happens. He leaves the ring, sits on the ring steps before finally wading to the back. He is getting cheers and Y2J count because everybody knows he's gone. Okay, next part, Divas Championship match, Melina versus Alicia Fox. I'm just gonna speed through this one. Melina wins with her sunset split and wins the match to retain the title. Okay, Miz is in the backstage area with Josh Matthews, and he is standing next to something covered in black sheet. He says it's perfect. And later on, it's revealed as his picture of the WWE magazine for next month. Everyone will learn about the journey to the road of awesomeness. And Josh tried to look under the sheet. Miz slaps his hand like a child's teacher on their hand with the ruler. Okay, Edge is in his locker room with Zack Ryder. Edge says he saw what happened to Jericho and he shouldn't have to put up his spot for the six-pack challenge. Ryder says he knows where Edge is coming from because he is a former #1 contender, so he wants to be his opponent. Edge says that works because he is an easy win and doesn't think Ryder is a tool anymore. Ryder says he is right there, but Edge talks into space and asks the GM to make a match. Edge says he knows he's listening and says he formally accepts Ryder's challenge, so it better happen. Edge says if it doesn't happen, he will go smash the GM's laptop at ringside. Ryder asks if Edge called him a tool and says that hurt his feelings. Edge just shakes his head and leaves the locker room. Ryder looks bothered by Edge's comments. Ted Jr. is in the locker room on a cell phone. Maurice comes in and he says he's talking to his mom because he says spending time he loves spending time with them. As she's walking in the room, Ted says it was his mom. Maurice just says she loved his note she found in the limo. He says he didn't write that right, and the note might have been intended for him. She gets mad and says he can't understand her French. He leaves as she is speaking because he tells her, I can't understand a word you're saying when you speak French. It's like, it's Greek to me. Okay, Justin Gabriel versus John Cena is up next. They lock up in the middle. Cena throws him backwards. Gabriel puts in an armbar. Cena rolls through, puts him in a head scissors, and slaps him in the stomach. They get back up, stand off again. Gabriel punches away at Cena in the corner. Cena reverses him in the corner, but Gabriel hits an elbow and knocks Cena down out of the ring. He brings Cena back in and hits a rolling senton over the top for a 2 count. Gabriel continues on offense and kicks Cena in the legs, then measures him up in the corner and hits a splash. Gabriel follows it with a top rope crossbody, then locks in an armbar submission and uses the leg on the back of Cena's neck for leverage. Cena lifts him up, still in the hole, but Gabriel hits a gut-wrench suplex and goes for a springboarded moonsault, but misses. Cena starts to come back with a shoulder block and a sit-out slam, then hits a five-knuckle shuffle. Cena gets him for the attitude adjustment, but Gabriel hits a diving STO, kicks Cena in the head. Gabriel goes up for the 450, but Cena cuts him off, and he hits the super attitude adjustment from the middle rope to win the match. Okay, Miz is in the ring, and he says people told him he didn't belong in the WWE. 6 years ago, he started at the bottom on Tough Enough, and he heard the voices, everyone asking why he was there. They told him he should go back to MTV. He refused to cave in to the pressure, and he moved on. And he did whatever it took, including becoming the host of SmackDown. The voices stopped.